Alrighty. Hi, this is Gwiggy with Nerd-O-Rama here at Tampa Comicon. Adam shaking his head once again. We're here with one of the artists here, featured artists here at Comic-Con. And what is your name, sir?
Steven?
Steven?
What's there? Whitmock. Steven. Yeah, there you go. I go, but this is easier. Swit. There you go.
So SWIT just stands for Steven Whitman. That's basically the short, condensed version.
It's a short, easier to spell version, basically.
How long have you actually been drawing now, too?
I've been drawing since kindergarten, which sounds silly, but my parents save everything, so volumes. But I've been doing cons since about 2007. So I've been doing this for about 6 years, roughly.
How did you first get it started into doing a lot of the cons, too?
I did a webcomic. I'm doing a reboot on it right now called Spud Monkey. I started that in about 2001, right as I was getting out of college. I wanted to have something legitimate I could build an audience with, but also do cons. And then fast forward, a few years, I started going to them. I wanted to perfect it, but that's what got me going to cons. We had a big art group, and we went as an art group to the first one in Pittsburgh, like back in 2007. And I've been doing it. I was like, I can do this myself better. So we've been doing them since. Yeah.
You have quite a lot of stuff here. Adam actually loves some of the stuff from Doctor Who. How many different comics do you do? I mean, pretty much just about every character from both DC, Marvel, and Doctor, even zombies. What do you cater to, pretty much?
I honestly, this is going to sound markety, okay? I generally try to see, who's going to be at the shows, what's big this year, what's coming up, and do some pieces on that. At the same time, I don't do a lot of stuff I don't like either. So, I have had a Deadpool piece from, 2006. I've had it since before Deadpool was cool, because I like it, Like Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, I like them. That's why I have a T-shirt of them. But I try to gauge my audience and look forward also, but I'm also being a completist now. So, I've got a whole set of JLA because I wanted to have, some variety for people. Last year was, I have some Avengers pieces. So I did, a set for the Avengers movie because it was coming out. But I do some one-offs here and there, too. If I do everything, no one's going to buy commissions. So, I'm doing an ambush bug piece probably because, well, one person will buy that. And that one guy, I'll be like, you're that guy. So there you go. So, yeah. But I generally bring the prints back year after year. A smaller print run. I've got a lot of people who recognize stuff from the previous year who buy again. So it's those repeat customers that keep me going.
What do you hope the future holds for doing all the conventions and stuff? Do you hope to actually start getting more web series and stuff? Because you said you're rebooting your original web series. Do you hope to do more than that?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm rebooting my webcomic, so I'm hoping to kind of rebuild a base on that. I've got a Kickstarter in mind, but I know I've got to have an audience base again for that first. But I've also got a children's book and a graphic novel in me that I've been working out some of the details on. So those are things I've been working with other artists and kind of brainstorming what works, what doesn't work. I'm a big planner. So I'm working on some of those things just to kind of get a good solid ground. So going forward, I'm hoping to have, more of my own stuff and less pinup stuff, to sell.
Where can people find you online when they want to find you if you're not at a convention?
I've got portcityunderground.net, or you can Google Steven Whitmock. I've got the first 5 pages of Google covered. If it's social media, I'm on it. So, or you can find me on at SpudMonkey on Twitter.
Very much. Well, we wish you the luck, and we hope you have a good time the rest of the con. Thank you.
Thank you, monsters.
Alrighty. This is Gwiggy. We're here at Comic-Con. We're talking to the gentleman from Remnants. Sir, what is your name?
My name is Alex.
I'm Scott McClanahan.
What exactly do both of you do? Are you both the writers, artists, or which?
Yeah, we're both the writers. This is our self-published book. It's called Remnants. It's kind of an action horror supernatural conspiracy story. We like to call it Sons of Anarchy meets X-Files. There's a lot of bullets, a lot of mysteries, and we're pretty proud of it. It's a very complicated work, but we also think it's gripping. You know what I mean? It's got a lot of initial visceral feel. So,
how did you first guys come up with the idea? Who came up with it?
Yeah.
I guess it started. We had this bizarre New Orleans bachelor party, and we went into St. Michael's Church, right? And we saw these beautiful stained glass windows. They were not shattered at the time, but in our minds they were, right? And there's this big demonic spider just right through there. And, that's how it started, just scenes. We saw a building in the middle of nowhere, big skyrise. What's that doing there? Why is it there, right? What if there was a sniper, right? Why would there be a sniper? Why are you asking that? What would you do? Where would you go, And we just started writing it based on stuff like that. And, he's right. You know, he says it's X-Files meets Sons of Anarchy, but we like to think it's as if Tarantino had written it, you know? So it's kind of wild, over the top, pretty gratuitous violence and just shenanigans, you know? But we're proud of it. We've been working on it 10 years. So we got the trade, our first 4 issues, buy it. And that's our spiel. That's our stuff.
So there are 4 issues to the graphic novel, or how many are there?
Yeah, the graphic novel has the first 4 issues. This is a preview of issue 5. There'll be another graphic novel collecting issues 5 through 8. The first 4 issues kind of give you a really coherent story nugget, with the first heist gone wrong, and kind of putting the pieces back together, figuratively and literally, at the end of that. But it continues on, following our main character, Nick, after issue 4, and he has other capers to pull off and other problems to solve. So the arcs are not always 4 issues. You know, sometimes they're longer, 7 or 8 issues. Sometimes 2-issue arcs, but the overall thing runs about 35, 45 issues. So
it has been quite over a good 10 years so far. Yeah.
Yeah, we have scripted the whole thing, and it was really important to us to start with a coherent end to the story and not meander, you know, in the way that some things, especially supernatural-based things, can, where you get a little too complicated, you get a little ahead of yourself, and you don't know how to end the story. But we know exactly how it ends. So,
do you guys have any other projects on the horizon too after this one ends, or anything else that you're looking to do at the same time? Or
we've put all of our energy into this. There are a lot of kind of fringe projects related to this. We write for a fan magazine for Dark Conspiracy. It's a role-playing game that really inspired this book for us. So we do articles for them, and yeah, there's a lot of cross-fan stuff happening there. It's really cool. There's a good group of guys out there that just keep promoting this 90s game, and they just put a fan-promoted 3rd edition of it, so there's a lot of interest in stuff like that. So we write books inspired from that. They write articles that kind of tie in a little plot threads from here. It's been pretty cool doing that, but most of our energy's in this, you know? So
where can we find you guys online if you're looking? Are these actually also available in comic book stores everywhere too?
Well, the local ones. We're local, okay? You can go to Emerald City and get them. You go to Wonderwater. You go to Yancey Street. Go to Yancey Street for Free Comic Day and get them there. You could go to drivethroughcomics.com. You could go to remnants-comic.com and download them there. We're on Amazon, but they make you pay too much for Amazon. Go to Drive-Thru. But yeah, so you can get them there. And
well, we appreciate you talking to us. Thank you. We look forward to your comic, and good luck to your future endeavors here too. Thank you.
Appreciate your time, man. Thanks.
This is Gwiggy. Yes, I'm about to enter the world of convention speed dating for here at Tampa Comicon. I am number 1, but afterwards we shall see what number I am, and if it has been successful and I end up with a date, hopefully with a date of someone in a costume, and preferably an attractive woman. That would be fun too. Hi, this is Gwiggy. I just got done speed dating. It was not fast at all. It was very slow. I got left behind several times. Just for some reason, they had us sort of. They didn't even set it up the right way, because we had to turn a chair around in front of us, and then the guys, we had to move, and the ladies would stay there. And it was very awkward because for some reason I just got skipped and ended up not talking to a person for a couple of times. Very weird. Did get to talk to everybody. Everybody was nice. Pretty sure I committed a few felonies with some of the questions I've asked. I'm not really sure, but you really shouldn't speed date and convention at the same time. It's very, very hazardous to your convention experience. But it was fun. Met some interesting people. Some interesting costumes were in there too. There was like a red scarlet. There was another girl from BioShock, and she was dead apparently, or might not be dead. I don't remember. You beat the game. You know it. I don't know. BioShock Infinite, too, that one. So it's the one you just played, too. I'm talking to Adam. He just played it. It was good. But then afterwards... Hey, what's up, John
Stand-up
Jacobs?
comedy for life.
Look at this brother here.
Nice to see you.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good to
Let's
see
both
you.
hold the mic.
I know.
What are we doing today?
We're here just with NerdCoreRadio.com.
Nice.
We're talking with a bunch of people, costume players and stuff like that.
Same, man.
Good times.
Except for a different website.
All good.
Yeah.
Which side are you here with?
I'm here with the Tampa Tribune.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool.
So, you know.
Yeah, we're just internet, so we're having fun, though. We did MegaCon, and this one was local, so we did this one, too.
Here's the thing. I saw your thing on MegaCon, and I was like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, right.
We should be doing that. So,
So you
I
started
stole your
doing it.
idea.
Thanks, good. It's all right. So we made a difference.
Radio. Saving the world one one day at a time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This is Gwiggy with Nerd-O-Rama on Nerdcore Radio. Hi, Adam. I'm saying my name again. We're here with two fascinating superheroes. We got Superman and Elektra here. First of all, is this you guys' first Comic-Con or convention here?
This is my first Tampa Comicon, but I've been going to conventions since 2006.
Okay.
Yes.
And yours too?
No, I've been coming to conventions for almost 10 years now. TampaCon was my first one, and I've been coming to it ever since.
Now, what are your actual names here?
I'm into comic books, anime, video games, like pretty much anything nerd. Like sci-fi, not so much, but there's a few things. Farscape, I mean, you can't deny Farscape. Farscape's amazing.
What are some of your main things that you like?
More or less the comic books, Justice League, Avengers. I've always been huge into those, and then I got old enough and said, hey, I'm going to wear spandex and go out like them. So.
Now, did you both make these yourself? I mean, these don't look like store-bought, obviously.
No, you can't really buy a lot of these costumes in stores unless you go to Party City, and nobody really wants to buy anything from there. It's like, sorry, Party City, but your costumes are bad. I actually had mine commissioned by a wonderful girl, Jessica Nova. She made my costume after she recommended that I would make a good Elektra. I was like, you know what, that's actually not a bad idea. And she said, I'll make the costume for you. I forgot how much I paid for it, but it was a very reasonable price. And she made the costume for me years ago, probably like 4 years ago or something. And I love it.
And we see the size too. I saw you had size here on your. Look at that.
These I bought on eBay, $20 for both of them. eBay is a cosplayer's best friend, honestly.
Now, did the same person do your costume, or who did yours?
No, actually, this is a combination. Some of the items are bought, like the boots and belt, and the others are made. A few of my friends got together. We bought the materials and just sat up one night and made the suit. There was a few processes, but no, I mean, we went ahead and made it for the most part.
How long did it take you to work out to get this, the right fit? I mean, this wasn't like just a couple of treadmill days or anything in the gym. You must work out all the time too.
I have a workout regimen. I started dressing up when I was 15. I was on the football team, so I was in shape then. And then afterwards, I just wanted to keep doing it. And no one wants to be that guy in the Superman suit, and people be like, "Oh, that guy." But I just do my best. So.
And one final question. Are these the first time out well, you said you've had yours for several years, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
This has been out in other cons too before, right?
Yes, I believe I wore it for a MetroCon. Mainly I did it for a photo shoot that hasn't been done yet. But yeah, I have several costumes, and it's a comic book convention. My Zatanna is currently out of commission, so I went with Elektra.
Is this the first outing for Superman here?
No, actually, this suit debuted a few years ago at a local charity in Tampa. So that's where this suit debuted.
Well, we appreciate you guys talking to us. Have fun at the rest of the convention. Thanks very much. Thank you. We're here at Comic-Con, and this is the great thing about Comic-Con. People just sort of wander around and start handing you things. This here, want a free keychain. We're talking to the gentleman here from BitchfestComics.com. What is your name, sir?
My name's John Sims.
And what are your affiliations with Bitchfest Comics?
I'm the co-creator writer.
How many comics do you guys have currently?
Currently, we have 5 story arcs. They're not in conventional 22-page format. It's just we write it until we're done with it, and we move on to the next yarn or arc or whatever you want to call it. And we've been up since January 1st, and we have about, I think, 60 pages of material that's waiting to go up. We're on a weekly update.
What are some of your main stories, and what are some of the first ones that we can see? What was the first comic, I guess, really?
The first comic is pretty much about a bomb scare that takes place in the downtown area of the main city for the comic, and it pretty much shows a hilarious way of how the cops take care of it. Yeah, it's really racy, so I don't know what I can get away with saying. So
we swear here. We totally support nudity as well, especially in comics or in front of us mostly.
You will get a lot of that if you read this comic. You'll get a lot of swearing, a lot of nudity, blood, drugs, racism. It's definitely going to raise your eyebrow if you go check it out.
And is this mainly just an online comic at the point, and there's no actual print yet, is there?
Correct. Maybe next year we'll work on something for cons, but right now it's just all online for everybody to look at for free.
How did the original idea for this start off? Did it start several years ago? I know you said you were up since this past January, but when did you first start the idea for all this?
We started drawing it last January. We're about a year ahead for material, but the main premise of the comic is I'm just lampooning all the cop shows that I watched growing up, like Shield, Wire, all the way back to RoboCop in 06. I just think that we're running out of control with all how gritty and racy these shows can be. So I'm just like, well, let's just make fun of it and let's see where we can go.
And we can find you on bitchfestcomics.com?
Yep, absolutely.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for chatting with us here.
Thank you so much, man.
Alrighty, we've found one of the X-Men here. One of my favorite, especially because I'm such a huge Fraser Crane fan. No, I'm sorry, that's not too upsetting. No, the voice was great for Beast, though. If you gotta love it in the movie. And so, what is your name, sir?
My name is Isaiah, a.k.a. Hank McCoy.
Nice, very cool. And is this the first time you brought this costume out to a convention?
My first time in a convention.
Oh, really? Okay, so your first time you just decided to go balls to the wall, costume and everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What made you decide to pick Beast?
I'm a huge fan of the X-Men, and Beast is one of my favorites. It's a long story. He started out human, and he longs to be human again, but yet with his superior intellect and his beastly outlook, people look at his outside instead of his in. Being a mutant is very hard, So that's pretty much my favorite part about him.
Now, what did it take to get this outfit together? How did you, with the arms and everything? I mean, that's...
Well, the gloves were a gray werewolf, and I spray painted them blue. The fur, I bought about 9 foot of it just in case I messed up. I had my sister-in-law sew it for me, from arm down, from chest down, from knee down.
So you got fur underneath, too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's some commitment there, definitely.
Absolutely. And the contacts, bought online. These are originally monkey feet. So, but... I'm a huge fan of the X-Men, and long live mutants.
Yeah. Well, we thank you for talking to us. Have fun at the rest of the convention.
Thank you.
I don't look fat, do I?
Well, it's okay. All right. We're here with Read More Comics, and these are great beer enthusiasts, as I can tell. I really enjoy the PBR shirts. This is awesome. So, and they do say Read More Comics. It's not PBR. It's just awesome. Where are you guys located? It says Brandon here?
We're in Brandon, Florida. 33511, right off of State Road 60. If you're familiar with the area, it's right on the corner of Parsons and State Road 60. Been there for 13 years, going on 14.
Wow, 13 years. Who originally started the business?
That would be me. Okay. I opened when I was 20 years old, and I'm still surprised we're there, but we made it.
Very cool. And you mainly just specialize in comics, obviously, right?
Yeah, comics, comic paraphernalia like toys, statues, tons of graphic novels, but mostly comic book related, yes.
What originally made you start the comic book store? And I mean, I know you said you're surprised that you've been open this long, but what originally gave you the idea to start it up, and how did you start it?
Well, after I graduated high school, I worked at my favorite local comic book store that unfortunately went out of business after a year of me working there. No fault of my own, I promise. It wasn't sabotage. And I didn't want to shop at the other comic book store in town. And my grandmother had recently left me a couple bucks. And so I decided to invest it in the comic book biz, which was $19.99, which if you go back, that wasn't the best time to invest your money in comic books. So it really was for the love of it.
What has been your secret for staying successful, or at least staying in business and everything through 13 years, especially starting in such an awkward place?
Well, I mean, I know it's cliche, but just never give up, don't quit. That was the first thing that I said, that if I start this business, that if the police would have to drag me out. I wasn't going to leave the store quietly. I just kept it going.
We have really good events for the holidays. We have our New Year's sale, definitely one of the best sales in town, and we also have our Black Friday sale where we do half off all graphic novels from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. And from New Year's we do that as well, starting at midnight, so about 2 or 3 in the morning, depending on when we get the last person out the door.
What are your names again? I'm sorry, I don't know if I got both of your names here. But...
My name's Gary Scott Reinbeck. Go by Scott.
And Clark Leslie.
Yep. And you're both partners in this business too? Or?
He's the sole owner. I help him around the store.
He's my number one guy.
I'm the one there calling out the names when we're pulling out books. Try to be there every Wednesday. So him and I can chat it up with the customers.
Do you guys go to a lot of the conventions, or is this one of the main ones you go to? Or?
This is the one we mostly set up at. We have set up at MegaCon in the past, but we always do this one for sure.
And if they want to find you online, where can we find you online?
This might be difficult for you to remember, but it's www.readmorecomics.com.
We thank you so much for talking to us, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Alrighty, we go? Okay. This is Gwiggy with Nerd-O-Rama here at NerdCoreRadio.com. We're at Comic-Con. Ma'am, what is your name?
My name is Christie.
Christie. And what is this costume from? It kind of looks like something from Final Fantasy, but I might be off by that. So.
The character's name is Grace, and it is from Michael Turner's Soulfire, which is a comic.
Very nice. This is pretty extensive. How did you come up with this, or did you put this together yourself, or really?
Yes, it's based on one of the covers, the outfit she wears in 1B of the comic.
You're very, very knowledgeable about this character. This is one of your favorite comics, obviously, right?
Definitely, for sure.
How long did it take you to put this together?
Several months. I started in early 2011, and my goal was for it to be done by Dragon Con of that same year. So on and off throughout the year, I worked on it and got it ready like just in time.
Okay, so it's like this isn't the first outing for this. This has been out before then.
Correct. Dragon Con 2011 was when I debuted it.
Do you have any other costumes that you like to debut at cosplaying for different conventions, or what?
Oh yeah, I have a whole bunch. Star Trek uniforms, versions of Harley Quinn, My Little Ponies, My Little Ponies of the Apocalypse, a mermaid with an actual tail that I can swim in. I mean, there's so many.
Any future costumes you're thinking of doing after this one, maybe? What else you thought? What else is coming in the horizon, maybe?
Dragon Con this year, I'm planning a steampunk evil queen from Snow White. And before that, hopefully MetroCon, I'll have Vash the Stampede from Trigun.
Well, we wish you luck. Thank you so much for talking to us here today. Thank you. Cool. Talk to us. Wow. That has got to be hot in there, brother. That's awesome. Wow. We found the Green Ranger. This is awesome. Sir, what is your name?
Ivan.
Ivan. And this is pretty authentic here. Did you do any of this yourself, or what's this?
No, I didn't. It was all made by Anarchy Cosplay. He runs a Facebook page, and he basically does any type of Power Rangers / Super Sentai Tokusatsu type costumes. And basically, yeah, I mean, he charges a little bit more than you would suspect, and takes a little bit of time, but it's really worth the wait. So.
Is this your first time out with this costume, or?
No, this is actually like my second time. I was first at Lexington Comic-Con, so I was just here, and I live here, so I was just gonna try it out with the Green Ranger, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback with the Green.
It's really nice. This is awesome too. Do you have any other Power Rangers that you're gonna use too? Or?
Tomorrow I am coming in a red Ranger suit, red SPD. So I'm coming in that tomorrow.
Anything else you think you got coming on the horizon, maybe?
I will be working on a Mega Red, or In Space Red, Mystic Force Red, and basically everything red. I'm trying to keep the suits red. This is basically a crowd favorite, so I mean everyone knows the Green Ranger. So hopefully I'll be getting the Mighty Morphin Red later on. So.
Just my own personal favorite. If it's a quick little hint, maybe if you happen to do a White Ranger, I'm a huge fan of the White Ranger too. Anything Jason David Frank was my favorite anyway.
Oh yeah, I probably might. Maybe one day I will get the White Ranger. I mean, I do have it signed and everything from him when I went to Lexington. So yeah, I mean, he's a really cool guy. Like meeting him and everything. So I probably might get his suits in there.
We appreciate you talking to us. Thank you so much. We wish you the best, and hopefully, hope for the future. Maybe we'll see him again in the White Ranger. Or hopefully tomorrow, at least, we'll see him as the RPC too. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to us.
You're the ruler of the galaxy. Show a little taste.